7:53 here, Big 550 KTRS. Aaron Katersky's been following this Bill Cosby story, ABC News correspondent. Good morning, Aaron Katersky.
Good morning, McGraw. Bill Cosby has apparently admitted in a 2005 deposition that he bought Quaaludes for the sole purpose of giving them to women with whom he wanted to have sex. And the revelation was under seal for the years, just unsealed last night over the objection of Cosby, who said it would have been embarrassing. And to many of the women who've accused Cosby in the intervening years of sexual misconduct, this vindicates and validates what they've been saying.
So we're kind of confused as to, and having a little bit of a conversation this morning about what he actually admitted to. He didn't admit to giving these women Quaaludes. He just admitted to buying them.
He admitted to buying Quaaludes, and then the attorney asked, and with these Quaaludes, were you intending to give them to women with whom you wanted to have sex? And Cosby answered yes, and then he spoke about an incident where he did it in Las Vegas. This all dates to the 1970s, although Cosby indicated that he kept the Quaaludes over a period of years, even to the point where Quaaludes were banned. And Cosby's lawyer kind of cut the questioning short, so the full explanation of what it is that he did and all that was never really formed.
What was the Benadryl incident where he gave a woman Benadryl?
Well, that's what he later claimed, and so there's some confusion there. The accusation, I think, was that he gave Quaaludes. He then later kind of said Benadryl. But for women who have accused Cosby, they said they knew they were drugged pretty good with something.
Right.
And though many of in many cases, the statute of limitations has expired, this validates, they say, what they've been saying for years.
What happened in this 2005 case where all of these files were sealed? What happened to that case?
It was dismissed a year later after Bill Cosby agreed to settle, and he says he did at the time because having all the women on the stand and all the revelations come out would have been embarrassing to him and his family. At the time, I guess his wife didn't know that he was out having sex with other women over the years, and he didn't want all that to come out.
So if the case is settled, and I'm assuming there was some type of agreement to keep it quiet, why now, all these years later, was the Associated Press or the news media or whoever able to obtain this, and why did the judge release it now?
The judge unsealed it after a 10-year legal fight, saying it's now in the public interest, given the image that Bill Cosby has cultivated, contrasted with the allegations that have been brought now by 24 women who said that they have, they were either raped or otherwise sexually attacked by Bill Cosby.
Because the statute has passed, so what can any of these women do now?
Not much. And it's important to note that Bill Cosby has never been criminally charged, and because the statute of limitations has run out on most of the rape allegations, nothing may come of this. There are, however, some defamation lawsuits that are still open where some of the women have accused Cosby and his team of defaming them. But whether this particular document helps in those cases, it's not really clear.
So Donald Trump says something, and people start dropping him and canceling his shows and everything else. What's been the fallout so far from this? Has Netflix dropped his shows and Amazon dropped his shows and everything else? What's anyone distancing themselves after this?
No, not that I've heard. I mean, but we're talking about, it's only been about, a little over 12 hours since the document was unsealed. So I don't know that there's going to be any more fallout than already has been out there in terms of the stain on Cosby's reputation. The
people who defended him or wanted to think the best of him really, it's kind of hard to sort of defend him now. And Aaron Katersky, he was and is on the Mount Rushmore of comedy. This is sad news.
Well, look, I don't think you can overstate the impact of Bill Cosby's career and the image that he cultivated over the years. Nonetheless, these allegations certainly do call into question, what he was feeding to the public and what he was doing behind the scenes. And that's part of the reason why he fought to keep this particular document sealed. He said it would have been embarrassing to him and his family to have the details of his sex life and his drug use and all that, other stuff out there for public consumption.
Yeah, ABC News radio correspondent Aaron Katersky following the Bill Cosby story. Aaron, thanks for checking in.
Thanks, McGraw.
7:58 here, Big 550 KTRS. It's going to